if you see Christmas as elegant, sophisticated, gold and beautiful, then this cake, it is just for you. It has a gold and sophisticated effect all around the cake, and then on top I've put the deer that I've made it before. So if you want to watch how I made the deer, just click on the link and you can see how to make your own as well. Although I've changed a few things as well, because I wanted to make this deer a little bit more sophisticated. But now let's see how to make this diamond effect onto a cake without any mold. First of all, let's start filling our cake. As you can see, I already prepared my cake and my buttercream, and the cake, it is softer and more moisture than I normally do. This is why, because sometimes I get comments thinking that my cakes are too dry. And although no one ever complained about it, and I don't think they are actually too dry, I wanted to challenge myself and try to make my cake even more softer than usual. I believe that sometimes they look a bit too dry, because in order to sculpt them, you have to put them in the fridge, otherwise they're going to be too soft. But actually, when you put them out after 20-30 minutes, they're soft again. The buttercream that I've used instead to make this cake is orange buttercream. And I always love to make orange cakes at this time of the year. I love their smell and I love their flavor as well. So here it is, our last layer of cake. And because the cake was, I think, too soft actually, it came out a little bit bumpy on the sides. That's why I've cut the sides nice and straight, after having put the cake in the fridge for a couple of hours. Then I've crumb coated the cake with some white buttercream, and as usual I've crumb coated this cake 3 times, so that at the end I get a really nice finish of the buttercream all around the cake. This is a mold I have at home and I've been having for a couple of years, and it is used to make ice cream rolls. When I saw it, I thought that I could be making a really nice cake. Then I thought that obviously not all of you at home is going to have this mold, and not everyone really wants to buy this mold, because probably you're going to use it just for once. And this has happened to me almost all the time, that I buy a new mold, a new cutter, and then I use it just for once. So I tried them many ways until I realized how to do it, how you can do it at home as well. And first of all, I've rolled some yellow fondant, and it's going to be a little bit thick. And the reason why I've rolled it thick, it is just to make the bas relief technique. So I've cut it all of different triangles, all of different shapes and size, and so you don't have to make them perfectly well. You just have to make a few of them, and actually make a few little bit bigger, but not too big, and some small. Then cut them diagonally like I'm doing on each side, and again cutting them diagonally.
Ryan Little.
And then you're gonna get this shape, which it is like diamond, it's kind of having like a diamond effect. And so you do the same thing on with all of them. Probably it's going to look that it's gonna take ages, but actually it took me only 45 minutes. And then I put them all onto baking paper, and then I painted them all using the PME spray, gold edible spray. Meanwhile, I let them dry. I've painted the deer that I've previously made. I'm gonna leave you a link if you wanna make it as well. And I've painted this one 2-3 times until I get a nice color effect, very nice gold effect.
Ryan Little.
So the cake is ready, the deer is ready, the diamonds are ready as well. The only thing that I want to add more on the cake is the writing, and it is this Merry Christmas writing that if you want to use it as well, you're going to find it on the description box underneath this video. So first of all, I've put it, I tried to make some practice with some black colors. Obviously I didn't want to use the gold that I'm going to use afterwards because it is more expensive. So once I did this practice, I've put it next to the cake, and on the cake I put it on the cake stand because it could help me to hold my hand, and it could have a firm hand as well, and it could be much better.
Ryan Little.
obviously there are going to be some mistakes, and I'm going to show you how to do it. But first of all, I've added a second layer of gold paint to make it nicely. And then I've erased what I didn't like with a clean damp brush. And obviously you have to use it gentle, because otherwise the buttercream is not going to be nice, and you're gonna ruin it. So then I started to put some diamond shaped, triangle shaped, all at the bottom, and it is like a puzzle really, but you decide where you're gonna put it. So it is actually easier than a puzzle.
Ryan Little.
And at the end, I've added the little deer on top of it with the help of a scissors. Speaking of Christmas, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the notification bell, as next week I'm going to be doing another Christmas video. And while you wait for that video, make sure to check out these two videos as well. But most of all, guys, be creative and have fun. See you next week. Bye bye.